Hello, welcome back. I'm John, old YouTuber. It's Monday today, Monday the 3rd April. I just pay all my bills. I pay this $1,000 to my debt today, Monday 3rd April. Record a lot of video this weekend about Train Mountain Railroad, so now I know more about that. It's 3:20 a.m. in the morning. So, and they got the snow. So let's write 3:20. So, but let's just wake up. So I think the spring is more late in south part of Oregon. Even it's much more south. It's much more south than Denmark, my country. It's south like South Germany. But I think the climate is more different because they have all this mountain. They have a lot of mountain close to there, so I think maybe the spring is it's few weeks more later. So it's the 3rd April, 3:22 in the morning, and got snow again, so it's freezing. This date is not fitting, but the camera is working, but not the time and dates. So now the snow is back, 3:22, but let's just write 3:20. So you can see we got snow all over. Got snow all over the tracks. That's this model, but they have some light that's inside this model house. And there they got some lights turning on in the night. So you can see that this young town, they don't have light there to see, but there's really snow everywhere. But I think that snow will go away later today. So, but now it looks like real winter. Look like the winter is back. The snow is like everywhere. So that's why they have not opened the railroad yet. But I think why we not see anyone, that's because I think the gate to the railroad is maybe closed and locked in the winter, because they care about a lot of private privacy in the United States. No, they maybe have a sign says members only, private property, no trespassing, something like that. You're not supposed just to walk in here and walk around. No, I think you cannot just walk into here and when it's closed, just walk around and have a look at the tracks. But I think the gate, the main gate to the entrance is maybe locked, so that you cannot just, if you are driving your cars, you cannot just drive in here and take a walk and look at the tracks and stuff. No, you cannot just drive into here and Sunday in the winter and take a walk and look, because the gate is closed. I understand that, because they have cost a lot. Even this rail cars cost a lot of money, cost many $1,000s. This rail car, so there's a lot of money on the tracks. Even they could cost like $2,000-3,000 just second-hand price. This flat cars cost around $1,000 second-hand, but this is not a flat car, so that's maybe much more. Could cost $1,500 second-hand price. This could cost like $2,000 or $3,000. So they cost a lot of money, this rolling stocks. And now I'm thirsty again. So need some cola. Just been outside and this Lidl. I've been outside and sell all my empty bottles. This Lidl supermarket. So yes, I had a lot of empty bottles that did fall all over my floor. This big bottles, 2 liters. No, that's this Lidl discount supermarket, German supermarket. That's very good, that's very cheap. So just buy 2 more, sold my empty bottles. But I got a lot of food the whole month. I have plenty of food and bread. This is broken, I cannot really open, but this is full of foods. I got pizza, all kinds of stuff. But I need both my hands because this is broken. I need both my hands. I cannot do that because I have a camcorder in my hand. So now I have to put my camcorder down and close it. So I don't need to buy anything because I got a lot of rice, all kind of foods. That's soy sauce. I got 4 bottles of salty soy sauce I use on rice and onion. Like yesterday I did fry 3 large onion. I got super cheap, like 1 kilo. 1 kilo I got like 70-80 cents, 5 Danish kroner. And 7 Danish kroner is like $1 American. But that's this only this Lidl sell some super cheap. I use it with rice and this salty soy sauce. That's something you can use on sushi, this Japanese sushi. But I don't like raw fish, or not eating sushi. That's baked beans. Unless you can cook some rice and heating some baked beans. Just put some baked beans into a metal bowl. Then you put it into there, 95. Yes, 100 degrees Celsius is boiling, so I just put it 95. And then you're just heating. Then you cook some rice. Cook some rice. So I did pay. No, let's put it back. So I have paid all my bills this month. So and 2 days I have made payment to my MasterCard credit. So in 2 days, Wednesday before the Easter, I will have some money on my MasterCard. I can spend again. That's Monday, today is 3rd, Wednesday. I can spend some money on my MasterCard again. But I don't need to because I not need got food. So if you look at the Google Earth a little bit. So but how I should get a steam locomotive to 7.5 gauge or 7.25. I will need to save money. I will need to save like $10,000. And but I'm soon age 60. So and I have no family. I have no children. So when I'm not here anymore. When I'm gone, there's nobody to get my stuff and money. like if I buy a steam locomotive like $20,000 or $30,000. But I could donate when I'm not here anymore. I could tell the club they can keep it. They can keep my steam locomotive and rail cars. They can the club can keep my rolling cars and steam locomotive and use for renting or something. I think you can, if you're a member of the club, you can renting space. You can renting space to have your locomotive. You do that down here. Now I cannot because now it's snow everywhere. No, the garage down there. All this garage. Maybe you can rent a track to have your locomotive there. And I don't need to start to have a steam locomotive because the steam locomotive is much more expensive. I could try to get an electric locomotive. I could try to get a small electric locomotive or something with an engine. I could do that. I don't know if I like to have these speeders, but I have these speeders with electric engine. But I have these pedals. They have pedals you can pedal, but of course you could do that. But that's a pedal is not a locomotive, so I would like to drive the track. But let's look. But it's still night. It's 3:30. But let's just write 3:20 because this is when I did start to look. I was looking the webcam a little bit before I start to record, so just write 3:20 a.m. Monday. Yes, I made a paper here. And I've already looked this, but now I will do it again. So now it's winter again. So I think the spring is more late. This is why they're not driving trains in start of April. Because some years they have still a lot of snow and freezing cold. So they like maybe they start in like first April. So actually they have a short season. They only have like May, June, July, August, September, October. They only have like May, June, July, August, September, October. They have the season is like half a year. So they may be closed like half a year. They closed November, December, January, February, March, April. They are closed like half a year. That's really long time. That's half a year. That's really long time. If they close in the end of October to first May, so that's like half a year. So that's really long time. But you can drive the whole year. Of course you can drive in the weekends. That's just nice to have. Snow looks nice. You could drive in the winter. There's only few inches of snow. So the snow looks nice and clean. You got this blue sky and fresh white snow. That looks really nice. But I think the gate is closed, and I think you cannot just if the control tower is closed, I think you cannot just drive the trains. when nobody is inside the control tower, because they have this ATC. You can look at that after. No, I think you're not supposed just to put a train out and drive when there's nobody is controlling the rail line. Because if many do that, you will have some trains driving around and they're driving same wrong directions. So there's some light there, but it's maybe supposed to be light there. So the winter is back. But in old day in my country, Denmark, we had snow to like start of April. That was normal. So now there's so much snow it covers the tracks. That's footprints from animals like a fox. So it's 3:40 in the morning. So the whole area is maybe closed. All the gates are closed, and they have signs says private property. It's something do not enter, only members only. Something you're not supposed just to even. You're not supposed just to get in here in the weekend and just walk around. They're not like, this is why there's nobody here, because this is it's kind of private property only for members. No, this says down here. No, they had something counting down the open. Yeah, there. The 2023 Spring Awakening begins 25 days. So the area open in 25 days. But of course they are running by as volunteers. Yes, they have a leader of the club, and he maybe gets some payments, but most I think the club is volunteers, and they're needing money for maintenance and bills. No, look at that. They have all this signal central station. They have layout. That's for the signals. That's the station there. So I think you're not supposed just to drive around when there's the control tower is closed. Could be even when they're driving, you can follow this. You can even maybe follow this. Ton route selection. A route selector box push button is mounted. Okay, this is why they are pushing the buttons. They're selecting the routes. So when you see on the video when they're driving, the driver of a locomotive will just reach out and pressing some buttons. So that's this route selections. They are selecting where they go. Route selection. This is where they enter the center. They're pressing some buttons. And the winter is very hard in Oregon, so probably every year they